The New Orleans Saints finished 6-11. Nobody outside Louisiana noticed what happened over the final 8 weeks. A second-round rookie quarterback took over a team buried at 1-7 and went 5-4 down the stretch. He produced one stretch of football nobody else in his draft class came close to. The kid joined a list of 3 quarterbacks in NFL history. The list explains why this offense looks completely different heading into 2026. Mickey Loomis signed the top guard on the open market in David Edwards. 4 years, $61 million, $45 million guaranteed. Travis Etienne Jr. came home on a 4-year, $52 million deal after rushing for 1,107 yards in 2025. Jordan Tyson landed at pick 8 out of Arizona State to pair with Chris Olave, who exploded for 100 catches, 1,163 yards, and 9 touchdowns to earn second-team All-Pro honors. The receiving room is loaded. The line is finally stable. One signing in this group changes everything for Tyler Shuck, and the reason hides in plain sight. Brandon Staley rebuilt the defense in his first year. Cameron Jordan posted 10.5 sacks at age 36, with 8 of those landing in the final 8 games. Chase Young added 10 more. Kool-Aid McKinstry locked down #1 corner duty with 3 interceptions and 17 pass breakups. The Carolina Panthers won the NFC South at 8-9 on a tiebreaker. Tampa Bay missed the playoffs for the first time under Todd Bowles. Atlanta hired Kevin Stefanski to start over. The case for the Saints flipping this division rests on one specific matchup, and the answer changes how every game in the South gets played. But before we get into that, hit that like and subscribe button for more Saints and all the NFL content. Let's aim for 500 likes on this video. The Saints opens 2025 at 1-7. Spencer Rattler started the first 8 games and lost his job after Week 8, benching against Tampa Bay. Tyler Shuck entered cold, threw for 128 yards in relief, and watched Kellen Moore hand him the keys 2 days later. Week 9 arrived. He started his first NFL game on the road in Los Angeles against the Rams. The Saints lost. He won 5 of his next 8 starts. Shuck finished his 9 starts with 2,256 passing yards, 10 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. He added 174 rushing yards and 3 rushing scores. He posted a career-high 333 passing yards in a 34-26 road win over Tennessee. He threw for 308 against the Jets in a 29-6 victory. He completed 24 of 32 passes for 272 yards in a 20-17 comeback win over Carolina. His third down passer rating of 103.3 led the entire NFL. The Saints stacked 4 straight wins to close December. The franchise had not produced a 4-game winning streak since Drew Brees in 2020. Shuck is the highest drafted Saints quarterback since Archie Manning at 2nd overall in 1971. He took home NFL Offensive Rookie of the Month for December and January. He finished as a finalist for Associated Press Offensive Rookie of the Year. The historical context goes deeper. There's one specific rookie record only 2 other quarterbacks in NFL history have ever touched. Shuck sits inside it. The defense made his job easier than the public realized. Brandon Staley walked into New Orleans with his head coaching record working against him. He went 24-24 with the Chargers from 2021 through 2023. The Saints defense responded to his arrival with one of the quietest transformations in football. The unit finished 4th in opponent net passing yards per game at 179.2. It finished 3rd in opponent third down conversion rate at 34.3%. It allowed 0 300-yard passers all season. Nobody outside the building saw the climb coming. Demario Davis posted 143 tackles in his 14th NFL season. The number set a career high for the longtime captain. Cameron Jordan turned 36 in July and finished with 10.5 sacks, with 8 of them landing in the final 8 games. Chase Young added 10 more sacks across only 12 games before injury slowed him. Kool-Aid McKinstry stepped into number 1 corner duty in his second year and delivered 3 interceptions, 17 pass breakups, and 76 tackles. He earned NFC Defensive Player of the Week honors against the Giants in October. Staley built the back end around 2 rookies. Quincy Riley broke up 10 passes and added an interception as a 4th-round corner, thrust into the lineup by week 5. Jonas Sanker logged 978 defensive snaps, 80 tackles, and 2 interceptions after Julian Blackmon went down in week 1. Justin Reed anchored the safety room with 72 tackles and a 49-yard pick six against Atlanta. The Saints replaced Demario Davis with Caden Ellis this offseason. The most surprising story of 2025 has nothing to do with this defense. Chris Olave missed 9 games in 2024 with multiple concussions. He sat with his father at a Pittsburgh brain specialist appointment after the season. His father wanted him to retire. Olave has a young son. 5 total concussions stretched between his time at Ohio State and his first 3 NFL seasons. Most receivers walking into 2025 with that kind of history look for a soft landing. Olave asked for the football, then he turned around and posted the best year of his career. Olave caught 100 passes for 1,163 yards and 9 touchdowns in 2025. He earned second-team Associated Press All-Pro honors. He finished 7th in the league in receptions and 8th in receiving yards. His 33rd down receptions ranked 3rd in the NFL. His 7 third-down touchdown grabs led the entire league. His 100 catches sit 4th on the Saints' all-time single-season list, behind only the most decorated stretches of Drew Brees and Michael Thomas. He became the second Saints player ever to clear 100 receptions in a season. He missed Week 18 with an illness related to a blood clot. Olave returned healthy for the offseason. The Saints exercised his 5th-year option in 2025. Across his first 3 NFL seasons, he caught passes from Andy Dalton, Derek Carr, Jameis Winston, and Spencer Rattler. He had never logged a full season with the quarterback he trusted until Tyler Shuck took the job. The connection between Shuck and Olave down the stretch produced 6 of the wide receiver's 9 touchdowns and 4 of his 5 highest yardage games. The receiving room is no longer carrying the offense alone because the rookie class brought reinforcements. The Saints walked into Pittsburgh with 8 picks. Mickey Loomis drafted Jordan Tyson at pick 8 out of Arizona State. He stands 6'2" and 203 pounds. He posted 75 catches, 1,101 yards, and 10 touchdowns in 2024 before adding 61 catches, 711 yards, and 8 touchdowns across 9 games in 2025. He trained under former Steelers receiver Hines Ward. Kristen Miller came in at pick 42 from Georgia, 6'3" and 321 pounds, earning AP First Team All-SEC. Oscar Delp followed at pick 73 out of the same Georgia roster. Jeremiah Wright at pick 132 from Auburn gives Cesar Ruiz real interior competition. Bryce Lance at pick 136 ran a 4.3440 out of North Dakota State with a 41.5-inch vertical and a 9.95 relative athletic score. His older brother Trey Lance went 3rd overall to San Francisco in 2021. Lorenzo Styles Jr. at pick 172 from Ohio State ran a 4.2740, the fastest time by any safety at the Combine since at least 2003. His younger brother Sonny Styles went 7th overall to Washington in this same draft. Barian Brown at pick 190 brought an SEC record 6 kick return touchdowns of at least 99 yards from LSU. TJ Hall closed the class at pick 219 from Iowa. The Saints also acquired Tyree Wilson from the Raiders in a draft day trade. Now the rookie record. Tyler Shuck became the third rookie quarterback in NFL history to post 3 straight games with at least 250 passing yards and 0 interceptions. The other 2 names on the list are C.J. Stroud and Justin Herbert. The list of teams worried about this Saints offense includes everybody else in the NFC South. The Carolina Panthers won the NFC South at 8-9 on a 3-way tiebreaker. Tampa Bay finished 8-9. Atlanta finished 8-9. The Saints finished 6-11, but every team in this division finished 3-3 in division play. New Orleans went 4-1 in the final 5 weeks. The gap between the Saints and the rest of the South is not what national projections want to admit. Every team in this division won at least 6 games in 2025. Every team has questions. The Carolina Panthers won the division on a tiebreaker built on divisional record. Bryce Young has been inconsistent across his career against New Orleans. Tampa Bay missed the playoffs for the first time under Todd Bowles. Their roster lost a wave of veterans in free agency. Atlanta hired Kevin Stefanski as its new head coach and Ian Cunningham as its new general manager. The Falcons are starting over with a quarterback room, dealing with major rehab questions. None of these teams added at the volume the Saints did this offseason. The Saints upgraded the offensive line with David Edwards. They upgraded the backfield with Travis Etienne Jr. They added Caden Ellis at linebacker. They drafted Jordan Tyson, Kristen Miller, Oscar Delp, Bryce Lance, Lorenzo Styles Jr., and Barian Brown. They added a former top 10 edge rusher in Tyree Wilson. The roster looks deeper, younger, and faster than every other roster in the South. The case for the Saints flipping this division comes back to one specific signing nobody is properly accounting for, and the math works in a way the rest of the league has overlooked. David Edwards signed a 4-year, $61 million contract with $45 million guaranteed and a $20 million signing bonus. He spent his last 2 seasons protecting Josh Allen in one of the best offensive lines in football. Edwards entered free agency as the top guard on the open market. Mickey Loomis signed him in the first 3 hours of the negotiating window. The contract structure works in the Saints' favor across years 2 and 3 with manageable cap exits if needed. The Saints' offensive line had the lowest unit stability rate in football for 3 straight seasons. Their most used 5-man combination played only 16.9% of snaps in 2025. Only the Chargers played fewer snaps with their starting 5. Edwards anchors the left guard spot for the foreseeable future. He frees Trevor Penning to compete elsewhere on the roster. He pairs with center Eric McCoy and right guard Cesar Ruiz to give the Saints their first stable interior line in years. Kelvin Banks, Jr. at left tackle, and Taliesin Fuaga at right tackle now have a trustworthy interior next to them. The full offensive line projects out as Banks, Edwards, McCoy, Ruiz, and Fuaga. Every starter sits on a multi-year contract. Run that out behind Travis Etienne Jr. at running back and Tyler Shuck at quarterback, and the offense Kellen Moore ran in Philadelphia becomes possible in New Orleans. He won a Super Bowl with the Eagles in 2024, calling plays for Jalen Hurts behind a stable line. The David Edwards signing is the move. It is the foundation turning this roster into a contender. And it points to a specific projection the rest of the league has not made. The 2026 New Orleans Saints have a second-year quarterback hitting his stride, a top 10 wide receiver healthy, a stable offensive line, a bell cow running back, and a defense returning every starter outside one departure. They have Brandon Staley in year 2 with the same secondary. They have Kellen Moore running the offense with a full offseason to install his system. The schedule favors them. The division is wide open at 8-9 on top. The Saints rebuilt the roster while the rest of the South stood still. The projection: the New Orleans Saints win the NFC South in 2026 and finish 10-7. Tyler Shuck earns his first Pro Bowl selection. Chris Olave repeats as a top 10 receiver. Jordan Tyson finishes top 3 in Offensive Rookie of the Year voting. Brandon Staley's defense climbs into the top 10 in points allowed. the Saints win at least 4 of their 6 divisional games and steal a road win against the Panthers in Charlotte. Drop your prediction in the comments. Argue with the floor or the ceiling. The team has not had a runway like this since 2020. The matchup nobody is talking about closes the loop. The Saints play the Panthers twice. Both games come inside the final 10 weeks of the schedule. Carolina won the South by 1 tiebreaker on a 3-way split. New Orleans went 4-1 in the final 5 weeks last year. The math points one direction. 2 questions remain heading into training camp. Does Cameron Jordan re-sign at 37 years old? Does Mickey Loomis make one more swing at an edge rusher in May or June? Subscribe before the next breakdown drops, and we will work through both decisions together.